Hey, Mike.
Hey, Blue Table fans. We're here for another Infinity Bat Rep.
And also Titan Terrain Studio fans.
Yes, Titan Terrain Studio fans.
Yeah, we're going to cross-post this one. Okay, so I'm going to be playing Mike today on this glorious, well-diversified terrain set.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
And this kind of, I don't know how this board, we just walked in and the board was set up mostly like this. Generally, here in the studio, we like to have a couple of larger terrain features and then we put some scatter terrain around it, kind of fill everything in. But looking at this table, this is mostly scatter terrain. So there are a ton of little tiny like nooks and crannies and places where miniatures can hide out and get lost and stuff. So this will be interesting.
Oh yeah, this is, also let's go ahead and tell them how we're running these.
Yeah, these. So if your miniature is here, you can shoot through it and get shot at through there. It just counts as the -3 to ballistic skill. There's no armor for shooting through there, unless you're behind one of the supports on the side. Then you would be able to use that for your armor, but not. Or sorry, I'm confusing myself. It does count for armor and the penalty to ballistic skill.
All right, so let's see what we're doing then.
This is my army that I'm using. We are at 150 points, so I've got a whole bunch of line Kazakhs, and these.
Is that William Wallace?
The miniature is William Wallace, but I'm not using them as William Wallace. These are all line Kazakhs, and this one has an HMG. Then these are Metros. I'm using both of these as having HMGs. This miniature is William Wallace, but I'm using him as just the 45th Glaswegian guy's the 45th Highlander.
This looks cool.
Yeah, and then I have the new Uxie McNeil model. I think it's pronounced Uxia, but not sure.
And this is all the Celtic part of Ariadna? The Caledonians is what they're called, I believe?
She can be taken in the Caledonian army, but I'm playing just vanilla Ariadna.
All right. Okay, guys, so this is my 150 points. This is my Tohaa. You've already seen the Kamel Infantry and the Sakale Regiment guy in the previous match that I played with Roberto, but I've got two new things this week. I have the Gorgos Squadron tag with his Choxa Servitor. So, these guys were really fun to paint. I'll do like a little 360 right here. As you can see, really huge, really huge. He has a lot of muscle armor going on, this ambient armor. And he's got all sorts of cool stuff. He's got like a viral close combat weapon, a flaming spear, which is like a 2-shot weapon, I believe. And then this guy is, I think they're synchronized. I'm still learning the game, so I believe that means that they move on the same order. So that is my 150 points.
All right, we rolled for our, I can't remember what it's called, initiative. I won, so I'm taking, I'm deploying second and I'm going second. And yeah, we'll show you how that goes after we set up.
So the pizza arrived, didn't it?
This is why it takes so long to play games.
Yep, Costco pizza, it's amazing.
All right.
Okay, so we got
chosen to deploy everybody behind cover as much as possible anyways. So I got the two Metros with HMGs over here, the 45th Glaswegians over here, and then I've got various other line Kazakhs scattered around. The other HMGs on this side, and I've got a camo marker up in the front.
Okay, and let me show you where I deployed. So I've got a Sakale Regiment guy right over here. I've got a fire team of Kamel Light Infantry right here. I've got the Gorgos Squadron and his Choxa. He's actually a ghost, is from what I found out just now, right here. So I'm getting ready to do my first turn. I have 5 orders and a lieutenant order to do, so we'll do a summary of the turn once I'm done with that. I've just moved up on my guys with all my orders. I got my Sakale up here with that camo guy over there. And then I've got the Kamel Infantry are taking cover behind these shields. And then the Gorgos and his Choxa Ghost have moved up. They're in the middle of my last order. I used the first short order to move them up, and now Mike has 2 ROs coming at me from here. Hopefully he doesn't just die. This is kind of the maiden voyage of the Gorgos, so that would end badly. But if he does not die, I'm going to probably use that second order to blow some Ariadna away, hopefully. Okay, so here's the result of what just happened. He unloads with his Spitfire into the Glass Soldier, or Glass Legion, I think it's called, and manages to actually wound him. He made 4 shots. He saved against one of them, but only one got through, because he managed to dodge the other 2. Then this guy RO'd and fired at him, managed to wound him unfortunately and killed his symbiote armor, which unfortunately takes out his flaming spear and makes him a little slower now. So Gorgos managed to get first blood, but at the same time it also got hurt pretty bad. Alright. So Mike just made me aware that that the Gorgos has more wounds than I thought it did. So its symbiote armor is still intact. It just has lost 1 of its 3 wounds. So he is currently going ahead with his first turn. So let's see how badly he blows holes in my face now. So Mike, what did you just do?
Well, over here, did you already do the HMGs?
No, I did not.
Let's start with the HMGs. So the Metro with the HMG runs up, and there's no line of sight between here and the Nasty.
I walked into a fire line.
So yeah, we've got, she's moving out over here. We're shooting this way, and shot down 2 of the Link team. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side, Bushy McNeil comes around the corner and gets the last one with the boarding shotgun. Mm-hmm. And we're about halfway through the turn.
Yep, so my Commel infantry are completely dead. He's going to finish up his turn. The way I like to think of it is the first one took it in the forehead, the second one took it in the throat, and the third one just lost her head completely. Okay, so I'm stuck in an unusual situation with my Gorgos tag. Either I have one person shooting me in the back that's going to continue to unload into me, or I can use my RO to turn around and potentially have 3 people pop up and start shooting me in the back. So the question is, what is better, 1 knife in the throat or 3 knives in the throat?
Yeah, because you've got, where's your guy? Right there.
Right
and then
there.
Uxia's
right there.
Behind, and the other guys.
Got one there, and one there. Now the upside of turning around and facing her would be that I could shoot back at her.
If she takes more orders.
If she takes more orders. But if not, he could just use short orders to move these guys out and then unload into me. This one's got an HMG, right?
Yeah.
What does she have? She has an HMG?
She has a boarding shotgun.
She has a boarding shotgun. Okay. And then this guy's got...
Those are just rifles.
Those are just rifles. So an HMG is more powerful than a boarding shotgun, right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a uniquely... I have to figure this one out. So after some deliberation, I have decided to turn around and face her because she has an armor-piercing boarding shotgun, not a regular one. Which means he's doing what I thought he would do, which is now activating this HMG guy to unload on my back. So in this situation, armor-piercing makes the difference between is 1 knife in the throat good, or is 3 knives in the throat the good choice?
Right. With the remainder of my orders, use them on the HMG, shooting at
the now dead tag.
And it was just another one of those having
your back.
Enemies on both ends. What? On 180 degree thing?
Yeah.
Not making sense in my mind. I know what I'm trying to say.
I got shot in the back a lot. That's what he's trying to say.
Yes, being able to use orders from different guys to...
I did make the decision, though, that I thought was smart. Once you killed the symbiote armor, and I no longer had any armor for the boarding shotgun to pierce, I turned my back on her.
And use your RO to shoot back at the HMG.
Almost got him, but
yep, just about.
Yeah, I managed to negate one of his shots, but just barely by I think it was, I rolled a 6.
6 to an 8.
Yeah, so if I'd rolled like an 8 or a 9, then I would have shot him instead of me dying. But then again, I had so much over here to contend with after you took out my commons that it wasn't looking very good.
Yeah.
So now all I have left is the obvious, it's obvious that my Sakel was my lieutenant because he's the only guy left on the board and I haven't taken a hit for losing my lieutenant yet. So it's my turn. I have 2 orders. And he just dropped her back into camo over here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Used his last order to drop back into camo. So my Sakel is the lone survivor. Chucks is actually still on the board, but he's inactive because his controller's dead. So. Okay, so I on my short turn just moved my lieutenant from over here, avoiding all shots because I found a sneaky shadow going through here. Well, no, actually I came around here and she couldn't see me because of all that stuff. But then the camouflage chick just came up and shot me in the back and destroyed my symbiote armor. So now Mike is getting ready to shoot me again, I'm assuming?
Nope, she's going to move closer.
Oh, no.
And engage you in close combat.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this, so we'll come back to this in a second. So something surprising just happened. Well, first, we found out that my bonus for being short range actually hurt me because I got a 12. My ballistic skill is 12, and if I hadn't gotten a bonus, I'd have had a critical. But because it was a viral weapon and she has no BTS, Mike failed his save against the wound, so she has gone down. He's now moving up all his other stuff.
Just one guy.
Just one guy.
That felt a little bit too far.
And I'm stuck with the same, situation where my facing is not in a good place.
Because I moved within 8 inches of you, as an RO you can turn to face.
So as an RO I can turn to face?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to turn to face this way then.
Yeah, when I move into your zone of control, you can do that.
So that way if he comes up and over or if he goes around the corner, I can shoot him in the face with my viral rifle again.
That's the end of the game. It's the Paracommando model, but I'm using him as a line Kazakh with APHMG. So he moved all the way up the board here, using a whole bunch of orders. Comes around the corner, shoots,
and kills him.
Yep, 3 good hits. So
I rolled a 1 on my RO attack back, so that was pretty horrible. But I did manage to kill her, which we were saying that gets me over the 30 points that I needed.
I don't know what the kill point is because it's out of 150 instead of 120. But yeah, you got with Ushia and it's not William Wallace, the 45th Highlander. That brings you up to 34.
34 points.
34 points.
It's better than just getting wiped off the board, and I did learn for the second time in a game to watch my fire lanes a little bit better.
Yes.
Because that's the second game that I have actually lost because I didn't watch my fire lanes.
And then paying attention to your facing is a big deal, and making sure that your guys can back each other up.
I did find myself in this was an educational game about facing because I found myself surrounded a lot. I mean, this guy, I kept having to turn him around back and forth because literally there was no safe haven for him. And then my tag experienced that wonderful situation.
Boarding shotgun dilemma. And then the only other thing, though, is I think orders. Orders are a big deal. Having a lot of orders gives you flexibility to move around and the potential to do a lot of damage on your active turn.
Okay, so I had a lot less orders than you because I took the Gorgos, so that ate up a lot of points. That sucker is 87 points, I believe.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Good model, but...
Yeah, I think he's more useful in bigger games after this experience. I mean, he is powerful.
Our next game, we move up to 200. Still kind of a small point game.
I'm probably going to actually get my Choctaw auxiliaries painted up for that one.
Cool.
And then
That would be awesome.
Finish painting up all my other guys. I'll have like guided missile launchers and I'll have
Those are really cool.
baggage is one of the things they carry. Like they've got 2 guys that can take baggage.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. Doesn't that affect like this situation where I lose by so many points and I get more points? And oh look, Robbie.
Hey guys.
Baggage works for your picking up objectives and taking off casualties from the fields in tournament scenarios.
I've also got a Gal Rail, which I used in my last game, and some Gal Tarsos, which are like the jump guys that can just launch in anywhere on the board, so that'll be fun to use too.
Cool.
All right, guys,
Awesome.
so that is our Infinity match. That's match 2 of the league for me. I will update you all next week when I find out who my third opponent for the league is going to be. Thanks for watching.